Hi, it's Claire and welcome to Needle Sew More. Today I'm going to show you how to do perfect buttonholes using your sewing machine. So in the compartment in your machine you should have a foot that looks a little bit like this. So this is called a buttonhole foot. To set the machine to the correct length, you either need to move the slider at the side to the correct measurement of the button, or you can slide out the very back of the buttonhole foot and insert your button into there securely. Once it's attached to your buttonhole foot, or you're happy with the measurement that you've inputted, you're going to attach this to your machine, move your threads out the way, and then you want to tell your machine that you're going to do a buttonhole. So on mine, I've got a one-step buttonhole which looks like that, but every machine can look slightly different. You're going to put your fabric under the foot. It's a really good idea to mark out where you want your buttonholes beforehand. So I normally do this with tailor's chalk along so in this case the dress, along the centre front of the dress, so I know exactly where I'm stitching it. And an important thing to remember about buttonholes is to test them every single time on the fabric. Don't ever do buttonholes down the front of a garment without testing first. It's a really, really good tip and it'll save a lot of tears later. It's really important as well. You just see me pull that down. There's a buttonhole lever on the side of your machine. It's this grey bit here, and that needs to sit in between the two sliders on the side so that the machine has the correct measurements of the button. Once you start using your buttonhole foot for garments, you will realise that it doesn't always stitch the same way as other stitches on your machine. So for instance, my machine sews the left hand side and goes backwards towards the back of my machine. It does the back, then it does the right hand side, and then it does the front. So you can see my machine is doing the buttonhole stitches away from me. So the buttonhole foot is being pushed towards me as the machine moves away from me. As you practice this on your machine, you'll learn which way your machine stitches, and then you can always make sure that you start at either the top or bottom of your buttonhole. So I know that my machine always starts at the top of a buttonhole as long as I've got my centre front lined up in this way. So I always know where it's going to start, where it's going to finish, so I can make sure my buttonholes are perfectly lined up every time. With this technique, there is a little bit of practice makes perfect. So the more you practice, the more confidence you'll build, and the more confident you'll feel putting buttonholes down the front of your garments. So the one-step buttonhole is really clever. So once it is finished sewing all sides of the buttonhole, it'll slow down and almost come to a stop like mine did, and that's it. The buttonhole is completed and that is ready to be cut open. And once you've finished and you've practiced this technique, you should get to the point where you do feel confident doing buttonholes all the way down the front of a dress or shirt, and it doesn't terrify you, the thought that you're going to ruin it.